Welcome to today's video. If you've ever wondered how some people live to be 90, 100, or even older, while still active and happy, you're not alone. Around the world, scientists and doctors have been searching for the secret to longevity. And one country stands out again and again: Japan. The Japanese have some of the longest lifespans on the planet, and their way of life holds lessons that can change the way we think about aging. But before we dive in, let me give you a small warning. If you ignore these habits, you may be missing out on extra years of health and vitality that could have been yours. Before we start exploring the specific lessons, let's pause and recognize something important. Longevity is not an accident. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't depend only on genetics. Instead, it's the sum of countless small decisions made every single day. What to eat, how to move, how to handle stress, and even how to view life itself. That's why when we look at Japan, we aren't just studying a diet or a culture. We are studying an entire system of living that works together to create remarkable results. The global context of aging. In many Western countries, including the United States, aging often comes with health decline. Heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and loneliness are common challenges. But in Japan, especially in regions like Okinawa, people not only live longer, they live better. They are active, community-focused, and full of purpose, even in their 90s. So, what are they doing differently? Lesson 1. Diet and the art of eating light. One of the most striking features of Japanese longevity is their approach to food. Their diet is not about restriction, but balance. The Japanese concept of hara hachibu literally means eat until you're 80% full. This simple practice prevents overeating, which is one of the biggest contributors to obesity and chronic disease in the West. Think about it. In the US, it's common to eat until the plate is clean or until you feel stuffed. But in Japan, people are mindful. They pause, eat slowly, and stop before they feel heavy. This habit doesn't just lower calorie intake. It also helps digestion and prevents unnecessary strain on the body. Lesson 2. A plant-rich diet with variety. Another key difference lies in what they eat. A traditional Japanese meal is colorful and diverse. It includes vegetables, seaweed, tofu, fish, rice, and green tea. Meat and sweets are eaten, but usually in small portions. Compare this with the Western diet, which is often heavy on red meat, processed foods, and sugary drinks. There is also a cultural emphasis on seasonal eating, consuming foods that are fresh and grown locally. This provides not only more nutrients, but also variety throughout the year, which is great for the gut microbiome and overall immunity. Life example. Let's take Okinawa, often called the land of immortals. Centenarians there enjoy miso soup, stir-fried vegetables, sweet potatoes, and small servings of fish. They eat little dairy and almost no processed snacks. Imagine how different this is from the average American fast food diet. Lesson 3. Movement as a way of life. Another major factor is physical activity. But here's the surprise. Most Japanese elders don't exercise the way we think of it. You won't see many 90-year-olds lifting weights or running marathons. Instead, movement is built into their daily lives. They walk to the store, ride bicycles, garden, and kneel when sitting at home. These small movements keep their joints flexible and their muscles strong. In the US, physical activity often feels like an extra chore, something to schedule at the gym. In Japan, it's integrated into daily living. That's why even elderly people there maintain good posture and balance. Lesson 4. Strong social connections. Health isn't just about the body, it's also about the mind. In Japanese culture, community plays a central role. Older adults often live close to family, participate in group activities, and have lifelong friends. Loneliness, a major health crisis in the West, is less common. There's even a Japanese term, moai, which refers to a lifelong circle of friends who support each other socially, emotionally, and even financially. Compare this with many older Americans who may feel isolated, especially after retirement or the loss of a spouse. Loneliness has been linked to depression, dementia, and even heart disease. Lesson 5. Purpose or ikigai. Finally, one of the most powerful lessons from Japan is the idea of ikigai, a reason for living. It's the sense of purpose that gets you out of bed each morning. For many Japanese elders, it might be tending their garden, teaching grandchildren, volunteering, or pursuing a hobby. Having a purpose provides not just emotional satisfaction, but measurable health benefits. Studies show that people with a strong sense of purpose live longer and experience lower rates of chronic disease. Deep dive into lifestyle practices. We've already seen that Japanese longevity isn't just about diet or exercise. It's a whole lifestyle. Let's look at a few more practices that truly set them apart. Lesson 6. Stress management through rituals. In the United States, stress is almost seen as a badge of honor. People brag about being busy, overworked, and exhausted. But in Japan, even though life can be demanding, they have cultural rituals that act as buffers against stress. For example, tea ceremonies are more than just drinking green tea. They are moments of mindfulness, respect, and calm. Bathing in natural hot springs, known as onsen, is another way people relax and restore balance. These simple, daily or seasonal rituals lower cortisol levels, promote relaxation, and improve sleep. In contrast, many Americans cope with stress by turning to alcohol, overeating, or excessive screen time, all of which shorten lifespan. The Japanese show us that relaxation is not a luxury. It's a necessity for a long life. Lesson 7. Respect for elders and aging. Cultural values matter. In the West, aging is often seen as something to fight against. Wrinkle creams, cosmetic surgery, and even ageism in the workplace are common. But in Japan, aging is respected. Elders are seen as wise, valuable members of society. This respect affects how people feel about themselves. Imagine the difference. Growing older in a culture where you are celebrated versus one where you feel invisible. That sense of dignity and belonging can literally extend life. Lesson 8. Portion sizes and food presentation. Another small but powerful factor is portion control and how food is presented. In Japan, meals are often served in small dishes with several different items. This encourages moderation, variety, and appreciation of each bite. In contrast, the Western style often piles everything onto one large plate, encouraging overeating. Research shows that eating smaller, well-balanced meals throughout the day helps regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and promote stable energy levels. Lesson 9. The power of walking and natural environments. Japanese towns and cities are designed to encourage walking. Streets are narrower, public transportation is common, and parks are accessible. Walking naturally keeps the body active and prevents weight gain. Also, Japan has a practice called Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. This doesn't mean swimming. It means spending time among trees, breathing in fresh air, and connecting with nature. Studies prove this lowers blood pressure, reduces anxiety, and strengthens the immune system. For older Americans, even something as simple as daily walks in a park can mirror these benefits. Take diet, for example. While it might not be easy to find fresh seaweed or miso soup in every American town, there are alternatives. Leafy greens, beans, lentils, and locally available fish can provide many of the same nutrients. What matters more than the exact ingredient is the principle: variety, freshness, and moderation. Even something as simple as replacing soda with green tea or water can have a dramatic impact on health over the years. Physical activity is another area where adaptation is possible. You don't need to live in a walkable Japanese city to move more. Parking farther from the store, gardening in your backyard, or choosing stairs instead of elevators all mirror the movement as lifestyle approach. The key idea is consistency. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, it adds up over decades. When it comes to community, modern Western life often feels individualistic. Yet opportunities for connection exist if you look for them. Church groups, book clubs, senior centers, or even online communities can serve as a moai. What matters is not the form but the function. Having people who will notice if you're missing, who will celebrate your good news, and who will lift you when you're struggling. Another insight worth considering is financial and emotional preparation for old age. In Japan, many elders continue light work well into their 70s and 80s, not because they have to, but because it keeps them mentally sharp and socially engaged. In the US, retirement often means complete withdrawal from meaningful work. Rethinking retirement, not as an end, but as a new chapter of purpose, may be one of the most powerful ways to import the concept of ikigai into Western culture. Finally, let's talk about mindset. Japanese elders rarely obsess over anti-aging trends. Instead, they embrace aging with dignity and gratitude. This perspective shift reduces stress and creates acceptance. Western culture, with its constant marketing of youth, can learn from this. Choosing to see each wrinkle as a story, each gray hair as a badge of wisdom, can transform how we experience aging itself. If we take even part of these lessons, mindful eating, natural movement, social connection, purpose, and gratitude, our lives can change dramatically. And while adopting them might take effort at first, the return is enormous. Imagine not just adding years to your life, but enjoying them fully, surrounded by people you love, doing things that matter to you. That is the heart of Japanese longevity, and it is available to all of us, no matter where we live. When you put all of these lessons together, a clear picture emerges. Longevity is a lifestyle, not a single breakthrough or pill. The Japanese way shows us that the path to a longer life is simple but consistent. Eat wisely, move naturally, stay socially connected, and carry a grateful heart. These principles can be adapted anywhere in the world, but they require commitment and patience. The reward, however, is priceless. Not just extra years, but healthier, more meaningful ones. These small steps, over time, can transform not just how long you live, but how well you live. So, what's the real secret to living long? According to the Japanese experience, it isn't one single trick. It's the combination of mindful eating, daily movement, strong community ties, stress management, respect for aging, and a deep sense of purpose. Together, these habits form a lifestyle that supports both body and soul. Now, here's the challenge for you. Which of these habits will you try to adopt in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing insights. Remember, longevity is not about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Stay healthy, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.